What do you think are the most pressing issues, I guess, at this time for interfaith work in the United States? What do you think is the priority?
In the United States?
Yeah, let's just think about the United States at this time.
That's hard. It's time for my visual aid. What we tend to do is to concentrate on our Christian community. It's like this piece of paper. We tend to try to get people on the inside of a circle. And we invite people to come in and to create a life inside this circle. And we concentrate a lot of time and energy on building up the life inside this community, and everybody else is being outside the circle. It's just kind of a normal, natural part of what happens when you start to create a community. It's just normal for human beings to start thinking of others as other, outside the circle. And I think that really, the truth of the matter is more like this. This is a Mobius strip. If you just take the circle and you turn it a little bit like that, you get, this has no outside and no inside. You just keep going around. I don't know whether you can get that on the camera. But the quality of a Mobius strip is that there isn't any outside and there isn't any inside. And I think that the way in which the world is now, the way in which the world's always been, really, the way in which Christians have always lived in the world is in a world in which the people that we think of as outsiders affect us, and what we do affects them. So there really isn't any inside or any outside. So we need to stop, I think we need, as disciples of Jesus, we need to stop acting like there's an inside and an outside. And maybe even more than trying to bring people into the community, into a sort of a closed community, we need to think about how do we live in a world in which inside and outside affect each other. So that's why I think it's really difficult for me to think about interfaith relations in this country being disconnected from interfaith relations in the world. Like when we, Presbyterians anyway, in the last couple of years get into relationship with our Jewish brothers and sisters, they want to talk about Israel and about Israeli-Palestinian peace. That for them is the gut issue. And for a lot of us, the justice issue and what's in that, and the trying to find peace for those two groups of people is also really important. That's a domestic, it comes up in domestic Christian-Jewish conversations over and over and over again. And yet it's really an international issue. The same way in Christian-Muslim relations, right now one of the biggest, most pressing issues is terrorism. And Muslims are trying to figure out how to deal with people, with Muslims, other Muslims who have a radical political agenda and use Islam to justify their terrorist activities in pursuit of that political agenda. So they're trying to deal, so the Muslims in this country and in other parts of the world are trying to kind of reclaim their tradition in a variety of ways. But one of the most fundamental ones is around not allowing the tradition to be hijacked by the people who want to use it misuse it for political purposes, radical political purposes.